Students, let's continue chapter 3 whole numbers. Today we are going to discuss properties of multiplication. Now, as we have discussed in previous video, properties of addition and subtraction, and we have done all these properties in that closure property, commutative law, associative law, but we have not done that distributive law. So now we are going to discuss properties of multiplication. First property is closure property. Now what closure property says that if P and Q are any two whole numbers, we can say the product of any two whole numbers is also a whole number. Let's take example that P is equal to 2 and Q is equal to 3. When we multiply 2 by 3, we get 6, and 6 is also a whole number. So what property says? Product of any two whole numbers is also a whole number. Now look at next law, commutative law. Now if we multiply, so we have assumed that P and Q are any two whole numbers. Now if we multiply any two whole numbers, the product remains same whatever the order is. Now look at the example. Whatever the order is means that here P multiplied by Q, in this Q multiplied by P. We have changed the order. For example, we have let's P is 5 and Q is 6. So if we multiply P by Q, it means 5 multiplied by 6, we get 30. If we multiply Q by P, we get 6 into 5, we get 30. So we can see that whatever the order is, in this 5 comes first, in this 6 comes first, but the product remains same. Product is 30. So this is our commutative law. Now next is multiplicative property of 0. Multiplicative property of 0 is when we multiply any whole number by 0, we get 0. If we multiply any whole number by 0, we get 0. Suppose if we multiply 3 by 0, we get 0. 5 multiplied by 0, we get 0. Next, multiplicative property of 1. If we multiply any whole number by 1, if we multiply any whole number by 1, we get P. It means if we multiply any whole number by 1, we get number itself. We get number itself. Suppose 5 multiply 1, we get 5 here. So multiplicative 1 is also called the multiplicative identity. 1 is also called the multiplicative identity. Look at associative law of multiplication. Now in this law, if we multiply any three whole numbers, the product remains same whatever the order is, whatever the arrangement is. So suppose P, Q and R. P, Q and R are three whole numbers, are any three whole numbers. Now P multiplied by Q, Q multiplied by R is equal to P multiplied by Q multiplied by R. This remains same. Again we can take example that let's P is 2, Q is 3 and R is 4. So now what will be the product of this? We always multiply first brackets. 12 into 2, we get 24. In this side 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4. In this case 2 multiplied by 3 6, 6 multiplied by 4 24. So this remains same. The product remains same whatever the arrangement is. So this is our associative law of multiplication. So next is distributive law. This is very important law. We will do many sums related to this law. Now distributive law has two parts. One is over addition and second is over subtraction. So what is this law? I'll tell you with the help of example. Let P is 2, Q is 3 and R is suppose 4. So first we have taken left hand side. Basically what is this? When we open the bracket, P multiplied by Q first, then P multiplied by R. This is the expansion of left hand side. So now you see 2 into 3 plus 4. So here we get 2 into 7. What we get? 14. This is our left hand side. Now what about right hand side? P into Q plus P into R. So what is our P? P is 2. 2 multiplied by 3 plus 2 multiplied by 4. So here we get 6 plus 8. We get 14. So this is our left hand side. This is our right hand side. But it is same. So this is our distributive law of multiplication over addition. Now in the same way, distributive law of multiplication over subtraction. So we can write here also distributive law of multiplication. So look at this subtraction. Again we are going to take the same value. Let A is 2, B is 3, C is 4. Or even we can change the values also. So again we are going to solve left hand side first. So what is our left hand side? A multiplied by B minus C. So 2 into, so we can change the value for time being. We will not take the same value we have taken. We have taken suppose 6 and 4. Why I am changing the value? Because there is a situation comes that we have to subtract bigger number from smaller. And this is integers basically, and you will do this chapter you will do integers in your next chapter. So A multiply this 6 minus 4. So you get 2 multiplied by 2, 4. Next right hand side. So right hand side is A multiplied by B minus A multiplied by C. So this is our right hand side. So 2 multiplied by 6 minus 2 multiplied by 4. So here comes 12 minus 8. So what we get? 4. So we can see left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this is our properties of multiplication. Thank you.